22, Maddie Moon. Number 28, Bonnie Zoe. And at center, number 16, Briella Pushpush. Sorry I didn't call positions, but I didn't have them in the book. My mistake. Now I'd like to say a happy birthday to number 33, Gianna Echo. Happy birthday. Woodbury is coached by Scott Walton, assistant coaches Dan Schellbacher and Andy Scribner. We will have no national anthem. We're going to start the game. Time to play the game.
Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. Welcome to Doug Woog Arena in South St. Paul for CTN's live coverage of the Kaposia Classic semifinals between the Woodbury Royals and the River Cities Blades. Joe Young and Jerry Grant up above, and Jerry, both these teams coming off convincing victories. And this is going to be a tough test for the Blades.
Oh, it is, because we have a team in Woodbury. They're number one. They're first place in the Suburban East. They have outshot their opponents by a large margin. They shoot at least 40 shots on net most of the games, and they have 56 goals for and only 13 against. So they play defense as well.
Yeah, 13 goals allowed in 14 contests. They get the job done defensively, and that includes 2 goals in yesterday's game against Elk River. They got up big in that opener for the Classic, able to put a backup keeper in. And at least one of the 2 goals was deflected in by a defender. So they are going to be a tough task to figure out on the defensive end. Big backhand early for Bella Lindquist, as she just shot right in off the opening draw and put a test in on Alyssa Pulaski.
Yeah, she did. A nice collision there. Semling was caught in a pile-up, and Bella was able to see that puck, jump on it, and come on in.
Pulaski before yesterday's contest had a .960 saves percentage and a goals against of just .84. Deflection out front, didn't get through, broken free by Semling. She fires, blocker saved by Pulaski as Sweetgen keeps it in at the blue line. Unable to stop it up with Semling. Lindquist behind the net. Had it pulled free. Semling comes in support, comes away with the puck, gets it to Bernovic. Bernovic up top will leave it for a Sweetgen. From the boards, a shot looking for a tip out front. Lindquist couldn't get enough on it. Royals trying to break out, can't get it past the blue line. The shot doesn't get through either. In the corner, sent back in deep by Lexi Solomon. The forecheck continues as they roll the second line out. Tessa Bowden and Caitlin Easton in on the forecheck. Easton wins it back to Alphen, top of the circle. Her shot is blocked and back out to neutral. Quick regroup back at the blue line for Olivia Pitson. Ahead for Easton and tipped into the zone. Bowden backhands it toward the net. Pulaski pokes it past. Kuden sends it around. Easton there to intercept for the Blades. They continue relentless pressure early. Centering pass through the top of the slot. Nobody home. Alexa Bricko going the other way. Had it knocked off her stick. Alphen will send it in deep. Unable to stop it up behind the net was Pulaski, and Reed just couldn't keep it down low. Shot from a ways out. Swallowed up easily by Pulaski, and she'll hold for a face-off. A lot of early activity in her end. Just a couple minutes into this semifinal contest.
Yeah, it's a very impressive forecheck there. Blades are jumping all over loose pucks, and they have to just keep doing that.
River Cities has had a great history in this tournament. They were the consolation champions last season. They were the champions the year before that. Since the COVID pandemic knocked out the 2020 tournament, they're 9-3 with a consolation championship, 2 titles, and that includes the last time these two teams faced one another in 2021. It was a 3-0 victory in the championship for then Champlain Park Coon Rapids over these same Woodbury Royals.
Yeah, well, it's been good competition, and it's looking like the same thing today. Even though, like I say, the Blades are off to a real good start. You keep rolling the lines like they're doing, and the first unit's back out again, and they had a nice first shift.
And keeping them boxed into their own end and forcing them to throw at the length of the ice just to relieve pressure. It's tiring if you have to play defense all day. Oswego with room, moves it across. Solomon takes a shot. That's deflected into the corner by Klebacek. Lindquist tried to sidestep her way back out front, broken up by Maddie Mills. She gets it out to center. Solomon tried to play it up the boards, kept in by Klebacek. Tied up there with Bernovic. Bernovic bump, puck comes free. Oswego will reverse near side. Bella Lindquist takes a look, takes the puck and hammers it out to center. Turned right back around and in by Bonnie Zhao, and that is going to be icing. A face-off back in the Woodbury end. 14:05 to go in this opening period. It's been all River City's 4 shots to 0.
Yeah, they just, like I say, I like seeing what they're doing so far, rolling lines. Yesterday, the Easton line had a nice game. See if they can keep that up with really good pressure. Their forecheck was good yesterday.
Easton ties up, battles, puck poked free by Anna Pitson at the line, held by Olivia Pitson, but only momentarily. Flipped free by Boone. She's their leading scorer. Tracked down, poke out front, a save on the doorstep. I don't know that Eckel knew that McKenna Miller was there for the redirect, but she was able to slide across and make the save.
Yeah, that was a nice save. A lot of chaos on that one.
Bonnie Zhao ahead for Miller. Miller sweeps it down in deep. Bowden, first one there. We'll play it off the far boards. Fresh on the ice to recover was Maddie Mills. Deflected away by Easton, and Pitson plays it back out to center. Stopped at the Woodbury blue line by Jocelyn Hipsch. And the Royals able to play it back in deep, complete their line changes. Callie Alford circles behind her own net. She's got room and speed through center into the zone, runs into traffic, coughs up the puck, and it's played back out to center. Just on as Lexi Solomon got it to Olivia Reed. She tried to sidle her way into the zone and had it knocked free. Here's an opportunity for Bricko. Her shot deflected, ends up in the far corner. Bodies go sliding. Callie Alford will fire it all the way down. They'll take the icing to get fresh troops on board. And a face-off in the defensive end for River City.
Yeah, Kelly, a little tired there. She had a full rush up the rink and had to go all the way back. So good decision. Had tired legs. Can do a group out there.
Bernovic against Roth, and the face-off dot to the left of
We got
to the left of Eckel and
Bowden out there. There comes Semling. Didn't think that Coach Gutty was mixing lines up this early.
tie up off the drop. Bernovic able to play it into the corner. Oswego first one there. Pass was in the skates of Lindquist, recovered by Bernovic. Ahead for Semling. It was behind her, deflected in and turned around quickly by the Royals. Sending it deep is Sadie Robb. Getting there quickly, a centering pass by Jocelyn Hipsch. The shot from the point deflected wide. Bernovic. A pass behind Semling. Far side, pressuring Mills as Mills turns. Able to poke the puck free. Lindquist had it momentarily. Hipsch knocked it free from her, and it's played back in deep. Hipsch circling onto the corner is leaned on by Semling. Kept in at the blue line by Oswego. No call.
Yeah, they're letting him play so far.
Bernovic an opportunity, and that one right into the chest of Alyssa Pulaski. A face-off to her left now with a little less than 12 minutes to go.
Good shot by Bernovic there. She had a little screen, so decided to use it and put her in on the net and up to the challenge.
Didn't wait for the fifth player to make it off the bench, and they dropped the puck a little early. They were able to blow the whistle, and that's really got to be on Bernovic. You don't put stick in the circle until you know all 5 of your teammates, or 4 of your teammates are in position.
That's a learning lesson. Yeah, you always just stay outside the circle, look around, and wait. Okay, a little conversation with the referees, figuring something out here. Well, so far the game's been evenly contested. Shots are 5-1, but Woodbury's picked up their pace the last few minutes.
I got a little cut, looks like.
Yeah,
so
they have to go to the two-person system here. They got the
linesman is attended to. Will, I guess, take.
Yeah, here comes a Band-Aid from the crowd.
They'll just wait for him.
Always carry a Band-Aid with you. I always carry one in my wallet, just in case. I could have ran down there and helped out, but someone else did it. All right, they're going to go to the two-person system for a little bit.
Well, if they take much longer to drop the puck, they won't need to do that.
Yeah.
Brnovik waved out. Semling steps in. Face off, one shot by Alphin, scooped into the midsection by Pulaski, and will line up and do it again.
Yeah, well, Pulaski's been busy. She's been out top for a crease, making the saves, covering up her rebounds.
Brnovik wins the face-off, back to Alphin. Gets it to Semling, high slot. Her shot deflected wide. Brnovik hit the side of the post, and Pulaski hit it a little aggressively, knocked the net off its moorings, and we'll have another face-off.
Too bad. There's our linesperson back, linesman. Too bad that puck didn't come off the boards a little harder, because Brnovik had to wait for it a second, and by that time she didn't quite have the angle she needed.
Boone from behind the net, stepping up to intercept was Olivia Pitson, but here comes Boone with speed through center. Goes to her backhand, flips it up and in. Top shelf, far side, as she was being tripped. The first shot of the game for the Woodbury Royals is a beauty of a backhand.
That's her 14th goal on the year. She's in the top 50 in scoring in the state, and you can see why. That was quite the backhand. As she's losing her balance, she's still able to get it up and pick the corner. So Woodbury with a big first goal, because they've been surviving the pressure. Just like that, you get the lead.
You think when really any player, especially the forwards, are forced to go to their backhand, as a defender, you're thinking you have a bit of an advantage forcing them to their backhand side, but
well, she's a big, strong player. I saw her ripping the puck in warm-up. She's a good one, and she's only a sophomore.
Yeah, and I think actually that's 14th, not including yesterday. She made
that's right. Yesterday,
one of the girls that had a hat trick.
Yep. So then she's up to 17.
Couple girls that had hat tricks last in that game against Elk River.
Yeah, they didn't have those stats. I knew that she probably would have had something.
Yeah, with 11 goals, I did. Coach Scott Waldo, in our discussion before the game, said he had 2 girls with hat tricks, another with 2. So 8 of their 11 came from those 3 girls. A chance out front for the rebound, but just out of the reach of Hannah Pitson. Briella Hipsch played it off the boards with not enough angle all the way down for icing, but
a little too much mustard on that.
A huge sigh of relief from the Woodbury bench, as River City's had an opportunity on that rebound, but Pitson just could not get it home.
Yeah, well, River City's D is going to have to watch the person out in the neutral zone. They're flying a player every once in a while to loosen it up.
Brnovik along the boards. Dips down the feed to Semling. Her shot tied up. And that was a great defensive play by Alexa Bricko.
Well, now you see why they've only given up 13 goals. They collapsed nice to the middle and took the stick away.
Puck lost, but then regained by Oswego. Loose puck poked free by Lindquist.
Nice move.
Lindquist gets to the outside, carries along the boards, trying to backhand out front, kick to the corner by Krauke.
No call on that. That could have been a penalty. Oh, good defense, right in the right spot.
Good stick from Bernovic to disrupt Gronke on the far side, able to win it back. Play it in deep. Lindquist in on the forecheck. But the River City's Blades getting a line change behind her. This one played out. Pitson will step up, hold it on the near boards. Poke free by Morgan Johnson. Johnson got her first career goal yesterday for the freshman, the last of their 7 against Fairmont.
Yeah, it was a nice goal. She found the corner on that upper corner.
Hipsch tied up, taken down in the corner. Puck played around, and Alphen not able to keep it in the zone. Plays it across. Olivia Pitson waits for it off the boards and now plays it back in. Turned around quickly. That's off the skates of Miller. She'll recollect off the boards. Sweep it in on the backhand. Pitson looking ahead, intercepted by Klebacek. She's tied up right in front of the sin bin. Or as they call it here, the juice box.
The juice box. I wonder if you get a juice when you're in there. That's a nice deal.
Back into the Blades end. Alphen patiently weaving her way past a couple of forecheckers. Will fire it in on Pulaski, and she will hold on for the face-off just about midway through this first period. 8:39 to go. An unassisted goal from Madison Boone on the backhand. The only marker, but a heavy shot advantage for the visiting Blades.
Well, that's one thing with a lot of the River City games we've seen. They get a lot of shots, but sometimes they're just not getting enough goals off those shots, and that gets you in this kind of predicament. So you got to find a way to get that puck in the net.
Solomon's pass just out of the reach of Easton, turned around quickly inside the zone by Jocelyn Hipsch. Played in deep by Briella Hipsch.
Oh.
She gives chase and takes the angle away from Oswego, who went in hard and is getting up slowly. Bowden relieved of the puck as she tried to enter the other zone. Oswego breaks it up with a good stick, plays it back out to center. We'll wait, get it again, and play it back into the zone, and bounced off the stick of Isabel Kuden. So no icing. That was touched at center, so no icing back the other way. Olivia Pitson fires it around. Bernovic will carry it back into the corner, get her head up. Her pass looking for Semlin was deflected. Kuden inside her own blue line. Deflected into the zone by Sadie Roth. Bernovic there in front of Bricko. Chased behind the net. She stops up. Weird bounce off the Zamboni door, and she stays in control. Back behind for Alphen, Callie Alphen. A little bit of room, trying to get it to Semling. It's deflected. Semling chips it in deep, gives chase, trying to poke it free, but it's controlled there by Bonnie Zhao. Zhao had it broken up from her by Olivia Pitson. Good steal along the boards by Semling. Reed trying to work her way back out front. That was denied. Here's a chance for Alphen trying to get to the slot. That was broken up. Played back out to center. Johnson lets Alphen take it. Alphen, her pass deflected up and out of play.
Yeah, right in front of us, and no one caught it. The one thing Woodbury's doing a real good job with, Joe, is they're packing the middle defensively. It's hard to get into the middle, so they're keeping everything on the outside. Then their goaltenders see the puck, and that's a good recipe for keeping the goals against low.
Yeah, they have 10 of their games this year that they have given up 1 or fewer.
Yeah.
They have 6 shutouts on the season, 4 games with just 1 goal allowed.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I can see why
they've only allowed 3 goals 1 time, and that was the second game of the year, a 3-3 tie against Stillwater. Their only non-victory. Stillwater, by the way, they also beat later in the season. They are conference rivals, and Stillwater, I think, currently ranked in the low teens, like 13, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Yeah, they always have a
Woodbury
good
right now, number 7 in the Let's Play Hockey rankings. Number 2 in the QRF.
Oh, there you go. That's it. Move that puck.
And QRF is factoring in strength of schedule and also goals for, goals against. And
Okay, here we go.
more than just the eye test. Pettengill back the other way, dangles a bit, flips a backhander into the far corner. Caitlin Ross sends it back in deep. Blades able to cycle. Easton taken to the boards, and this is going to be the first penalty of the game. As it's touched up by Jocelyn Hipsch. The Blades trail by one, but they are going to get the first check advantage with a power play. Checking,
yeah.
Called against Callie Pettengill.
Yeah, we could hear that way up here. It was a crash. Well, let's see what the Blades can do on their power play. It wasn't great yesterday. They moved the puck around, but they just couldn't put it in the net. They need to get one here.
Bowden near side, trying to go down to the far post, and that was intercepted and cleared by Boone.
Yeah.
Bertovic tried to dump it in and hit Oswego. Oswego able to intercept the dump by Woodbury. Semling up the boards, moved along. Bowden tied up there. Boone breaks things up at the red line, sweeps it away from Semling. Recovering is Lindquist, able to dance her way into the zone. Looking back, pressure, knocked off the puck.
No, let that one go.
Haley Gronke certainly extended the arms.
Yes, she did. There's
Semling from the top of the slot. Easy blocker save for Pulaski. Able to see it from a long way out. Shot by Bernovic, spinning puck, ends up in the corner. Lindquist gets it back in deep. Easton behind the net. Easton taking a look. Wants her support, finds Bernovic. Back to Semling, walking in, top of the circles. That shot blocked by Mills out front, not able to clear. Second chance by Gronke goes all the way down.
Yeah, good penalty kill so far. Mostly keeping it on the outside like they've been doing all game.
Down to the final 30 seconds in this power play advantage. Bernovic will carry behind to the top of the circle. Across for Anna Pitson. Pitson shoots wide. Solomon collects off the far board. Back to Pitson. Pitson back to Alphen. Her shot blocked into the corner. Recovered there by Reed. Back up top. Handcuff Pitson a little bit, but she's able to keep it in the zone. That'll do it for the power play. Just one shot with the advantage for the Blades. And we're down to 3:33 remaining in this first period. A one-goal lead for Woodbury. That shot deflected, didn't make it through. Here's Pettengill, fresh out of the penalty box, trying to charge to the other end. Solomon relieves her of the puck, stops up, tries to avoid the pressure from Bricko, gets it to Anna Pitson along the right board, across the red line, dumps it in right off of Pulaski, and took a funny bounce, but no danger as no one was close enough. Lindquist behind the net, pressured there by Hipsch. Boone and Bernovic in the respective leading scorers for their teams, adding to the four-player scrum along the end board. Size advantage, definitely Madison Boone, and she's going to draw the penalty. And that's one that Bernovic's got to realize she's lost the advantage.
Yep.
Step away and do not continue on and put your team short-handed.
Yeah, well, that was one of my keys for the game, is to not let Woodbury get on the power play much, because their power play is pretty deadly. They have a lot of power play goals.
Yeah, and by the way, one of the goals they gave up yesterday, the one that was deflected, was an own goal. First shorthanded goal allowed, or power play goal allowed by Woodbury this season.
Oh, goodness sakes. Well, one-timer.
One-timer and a big blocker save as Eckel comes up huge because Boone was in a perfect spot, and she got all of it. Semling fans on the clear attempt, goes hard into the boards, long shot into the glove of Eckel, and Semling.
Lost an edge.
A little wobbly going back to the bench.
Yeah, that was a hard hit too. She just lost an edge and went right into the wall, and hopefully she flattened herself out, and then she was able to make sure that she wouldn't get hurt.
1:31 remaining on the penalty to Bernovic. A little more than 2 minutes left in the period. Bowden plays it in and forces the action. They get it across to Boone. Boone with a little bit of room. She's got length, drops it off. Played across for Gronke. Gronke back into the corner. It gets under the stick of Boone.
Oh, you have to get that out.
Blades can't clear the shot from a great spot for McKenna Miller, but she put it over the net. Miller wins it back off the boards. Bowden's clear attempt hit Easton, and Boone tried to carry back in. Bowden poked it free. Zhao into the zone. Top of the circle's a shot. Deflected and ends up wide. Semling sends it out to center. Zhao there to turn it around. Lindquist disrupts, fresh onto the ice off a line change. Semling first to the puck. Hops around.
Woo! Semling's taking a lot of tumbles there.
Pettengill stops up at the top of the circles. Back to the blue line. Good stick there by Bella Lindquist. Swept it away from Briella Hipsch before she could get a shot off. And that'll do it. A couple of shots, but a couple big saves by Gianna Eckel, and we're still at 1-0 down to the final 35 seconds of this opening period. Kaposia Classic semifinal, tipped in on goal. Eckel in good position, able to control the rebound, get on top of it, get a whistle, allow her team to get straightened out in front of her. 27.3 to go in period number 1.
Well, they weathered the storm. Woodbury had a couple of nice chances, but
and a lot of good zone time.
Good zone time. That's always what you want in that power play. Just control the puck, get them moving around, see if you can break them down.
Played hard off the near blue, and that got out, so that'll be icing, or offside.
Offside, yeah.
As Jocelyn Hipsch there, just an eyelash too late.
Well, Eccles only had 7 shots on goal. 1 got by her, but she's had to make a couple of good saves. Oh, no.
A great opportunity late in the period, and a big save for Gianna Eckel. You just mentioned she's had to come up with some big ones, and that may be the biggest of the game so far.
Yeah, one thing the Blades have to realize, they got to get a lot tougher on their sticks because Woodbury's strong. They're lifting their sticks, winning stick battles, getting to the puck, and then putting it in dangerous spots like that one.
Boone, an opportunity right into the crest on the chest to Gianna Eckel. 11 seconds to go. And that is the exact fear you have giving up defensive zone faceoffs, is creating scoring chances quick for their best scorers. Shot from the point, handled well by Eckel.
Yeah, all of a sudden they have 3 shots, bing, 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 and they're up to 9. Just off of winning draws and getting shots. Got to win a draw.
Bowden and Dodd against Miller. Blades able to win it. Sweden out to center, and that'll do it for period number 1. A great start for River Cities. They had a lot of good looks, but could not get one past Alyssa Pulaski. And then Boone, an end-to-end rush and a backhanded beauty at the 5:40 mark. The only score of the first period. We'll take a break. Be back with period number 2. You're watching CTN's live coverage of the 2026 Kaposia Classic.
Earlier, I forgot to mention
Back at the Doug Woog Arena in South St. Paul, semifinal action of the Kaposia Classic.
Yeah,
and Woodbury the 1-0 lead over River Cities.
Yeah, it was a good first period, and Woodbury does a real nice job getting to the middle of the ice and protecting the middle of the ice, and that's why they have such a good record with only one tie and all wins beyond that, because they had 7 shots in the house and they defended well, kept, even though the Blades had 12 shots, only 3 came really from inside the house, and they did a nice job keeping them outside.
And not a lot of rebound opportunities. A lot more shooting shot attempts for River Cities than what ended up on the board, because they had a lot of girls getting into lanes, getting sticks into lanes, deflecting them, sending them to the corner, blocking them.
And Pulaski would freeze the puck whenever she had a chance. She'd take the shot, freeze it, and they'd just regroup. And that's always a very smart thing for a goaltender to do. When in doubt, freeze the puck.
And we are underway here in period number 2. Joe Young and Jerry Grant with this New Year's Day broadcast.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone.
Bouncing puck in the slot. Lindquist couldn't get a stick on it. Bernovic buried out front. She had Miller on top of her. Puck comes out to center, poked in by Semling. Back out to center. Oswego can't settle. Solomon trying to get it back through to Solomon, to Lindquist, but it was broken up, sent back in deep by Miller. Oswego takes a look, and that one all the way down, in on goal, swept to the corner by Pulaski. Turning and firing it toward the net is Semling. Bernovic battling along the end boards, plays it back behind, pits it. That pass slipped under the stick of Tessa Bowden, back out to center. Solomon in her own end. Off the near boards, Anna Pitson pokes at it. Comes free for Callie Alphin. Alphin trying to split a couple of defenders. Goes down, puck free. Easton flips it just over the net. Ends up bouncing off the dasher, up and out of play. And we have a face-off at the Woodbury end. 1:12 into period number 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, Woodbury's not shy about being physical. Bernovic get caught up in a nice pile up there, and a little bit of a body laid on her.
Face-off win for Easton. Alphin shoots, misses wide into the far corner. Easton gives chase, tied up there by Bricko. Still battling for it, takes on 2 Royals, still kicking it free. Pitson in to support, comes loose. Easton wins it back to the line. Olivia Pitson, her shot deflected, rebound chance, backhand, and Bowden couldn't poke it home. Pulaski somehow finds a way to get on top of it.
Yeah, she did. That was right there, sitting, waiting for the back of the net, but Pulaski was able to stretch out, get over to that post, and keep it out of the net.
Well, good all the way around, good forechecking the corner, winning the loose puck by Easton, plays it back to the point. They get it through, they get it tipped, they create chaos, get an opportunity. That second chance opportunity, unfortunately, was shut down by Pulaski. Battle in the corner. Pitson tied up, gets back to her feet, plays it around the far side. Sadie Roth was there creating troubles. Stopping things up far side is Gronke. She plays it back in deep. Alphin behind her own net. Can't get it past Roth. Centering pass taken away by Pitson, then taken right back. Fired just wide by Marissa Hipp. Easton able to sweep it out to center, played right back in by Maria Klebacek. Pitson off the near boards. Bowden sidesteps a poke check, trying to protect the puck, avoids a couple of slashes all the way into the zone, coughs it up finally, and it's turned around, back out to center, and right back in by Olivia Pitson.
Some really good hustle.
Bernovic feeds Semling on the entry. Her shot kicked away by Pulaski. Lindquist tied up in the corner. Semling pokes the puck free. Oswego pokes it back into the corner. Pettengill moves it along, now gets it back, circles away from the pressure, tied up there by Lindquist. Digging it free is Semling. Plays it across. Solomon walks in. Her shot misses wide. Ricochets up to the point for Oswego, played across. Solomon will send it in deep. Lindquist can't quite reach behind the net. Semling able to win the race. Poke it back in deep. The attempt behind the net. Here's a chance out front. A loose puck. Brnovic, no, and Semling misses wide as Pulaski had no idea where that puck had gone after she had hit the ice. Oswego through traffic. That deflects into the corner. Caitlin Roth can't clear it. Oswego knocks it down. Sends it across. Solomon a shot. That's a save. A rebound in the slot. The block by Caitlin Roth, who sold out on the ice to get in front of the shot attempt by Brnovic. Long pass. Semling into the zone. Plays it across.
Oh,
and
wow.
Carried in offside. And you got to get the puck all the way across the blue line into the white ice
Close one.
before making that last move.
Yep. Zone first, then move it. Great pressure by the Blades. They were all over it, just not able to get to those rebounds, sitting there waiting, but Woodbury was selling out down there and not able to get that shot.
Pitson fighting through a couple of sticks. Olivia Pitzing wins it back. Easton from the top of the circle. Blocker save Pulaski. Quick exit for Hipsch. Got it ahead for Miller. Miller dragged down. Backhand chance. Misses wide for Boone. Hipsch written off it along the near boards. Caitlin Easton escorts it out to center. Bonnie Zhao back in her own end. Plays it across and ahead by Adamson. Out to center. Slowed by Easton. Diving is Boone. She can't sweep it free. Alphen tripped up. Poke free. And centering chance. And what a glove save by Gianna Eckel.
Yeah,
that was a great scoring chance as Briella Hipsch left alone right in between the hash marks.
Yeah, and Boone just took the puck, hit her stick. She right away passed it out to Hitch, and it was a great save. Yeah, good back and forth play. Good, evenly matched teams.
Brnovic able to win the draw. Go cross ice, bounce it out to the neutral zone. Sent right back in by Bonnie Zhao. Bella Lindquist, first one there. She turns, gets her head up. Now pressured in the corner by Miller. She spins around, gets it ahead to Brnovic. Brnovic into the Royals' end. High shot, bobbled and then covered by Pulaski. And that'll lead to an offensive zone face-off just about 5 minutes into this second period. Still just a one-goal game. The goal unassisted, Madison Boone at 5:40 of period number 1. Pretty much went end-to-end and a backhand top shelf far side. One-timer by Semling misses just wide. Didn't get quite as much as she might have liked on it. Sent back behind again for Lindquist. Lindquist tied up in the corner. Reverses. Brnovic walking out, taking a look. Top of the circles will reverse. Oswego got turned around a bit. She's tied up in the corner there, and we're going to have a penalty called away from the action. It's going to be a cross-check. And it's going to mean Woodbury goes back to the power play. And there was no argument. June Semling immediately headed to the box. Don't know if it was retaliation. Did not see it.
Well, Roth gave her a two-handed whack across the arms, and that didn't get called. So got to call it both ways with a flash.
The Royals 0 for 1 on the power play. And that was Brnovic immediately sprinted to the neutral zone. And that's an opportunity that Lindquist has to recognize the space she has, get to her forehand, and it's got to go 200 feet.
Yep. Yeah, that was
instead stuck in their zone. Boone bobbles at the top of the circle. Shot from a short angle by Miller, turned away. Lindquist with a little bit of room. She'll carry. Brnovic had it poked away by Boone. Brnovic circles to the board, circles back, still sweeps it free. And now recovered by Gronke, chased by Brnovic. Brnovic continues to pressure as Zhao pokes it out to center. Lindquist turned it around, but Boone poked it free and then keeps it from getting out of the zone. Swept out to neutral by Solomon. Right back in come the Royals. Back to Zhao at the blue line. Plays it across for Boone. Boone stays away from the poke check. Top of the circle, a little too much on the pass for Sadie Roth near side. Goes behind for Bricko, back to Boone. Boone pressured by Bowden, leaves it back. Pettingill a shot, blocker save, puck bouncing around out front. Oswego may have gotten away with one as she railroaded Bricko out front.
Yeah, outside, a little late on the whistle there.
Well, we had 15 or 20
Referees.
linesmen in our very near vicinity who were all on top of that call, just in case they might have missed it any further.
Yeah, it was over by a couple of feet. Just a little slow on the whistle. Might be the bandaged hand, I'm not sure.
30 seconds left on the Woodbury power play. They lead 1-0 here, 10-12 to go in period number 2. Winner moving on to the championship tomorrow evening.
Yeah, good penalty kill so far. Nice job. Lindquist has been a real troublemaker on the penalty kill, so Woodbury likes to see her off the ice as Easton and Bowden come out to spell them.
Eastridge and South St. Paul play the second semifinal immediately following this contest. Good disruption at center ice, sent back off the boards by Bowden, and back to chase it is Maddie Mills.
Yeah,
she's pressured by Easton, thrown off of her line, just 7 seconds left in the power play. Mills able to gain speed into the zone. Goes wide, lost the handle in the corner. Blue jerseys all over it. Semling back on the ice. The kill was effective as it's sent back in deep by Sadie Robb.
Very good kill considering how dangerous that
Trying to
power
stretch
play is.
it out for Semling and got her
Understood.
handcuffed a bit.
Yep.
And that'll be icing.
Yep, that's okay. Good penalty kill. Get back to your game. Get back there. Get those shots like you were earlier in the period.
I love the organ.
Yeah.
Is an extra nostalgic touch to the atmosphere here at the Doug Woog Arena.
It is nice.
Ooh, reverse right into the teeth of the forecheck as Boone recovers, plays it out to the point. That shot blocked by Semling, and they tried to get it back to her and just a little too far off the boards, or she would have been in on a breakaway. Instead, it's icing. Going to face off again back to the right of Gianna Eckel.
Yeah, just little things, just a little bit off. He's got to keep working to try to get those to settle in.
Tried to reverse, that didn't work. Knocked down by Semling. Lindquist got it back to her. Tried to feed her out at center, and that was off the mark. Couldn't handle. Bonnie Zhao had it stripped away by Semling, and then she and Lindquist kind of left it for one another. And
yeah, too bad.
When everybody plays too unselfishly, things can go wrong as well. Brnovic working with it into the corner, circles away. Boone comes to pressure, sent around behind. Semling shuts the door, gets it out to Oswego. Oswego at the point will send it down into the corner. Brnovic along the end boards, trying to spin free. Zhao comes away with it though, plays it off the boards all the way down, and that will be icing and a face-off back in the Woodbury end. 8:19 left, period number 2.
Yeah, Woodbury doing a good job whenever the Brnovic line's out there, just trying to, again, keep them out of the middle, contest them, get on them, put a body on them. Don't let them get free.
But it doesn't take long for either Sydney Brnovic or June Semling to change the feeling of a game. Good battle off the draw by Easton, and that leads to the first power play of the game for the River Cities Blades. Keep your feet moving, good things happen.
Yeah, Easton's been real good in the draw, and Bricko just tripped her on that one, and we'll see what the Blades can do on the power play.
I take that back. Second time on the power play.
First time they had some opportunities, just not able to get that shot they wanted.
Just one shot on their power play in the first period. Face-off win for Boone, fired around, kept in, but only shortly. Here comes Boone on a breakaway. Brnovic trying to track her down, had help out front, tried a little give and go, tie up along the end boards, and here comes Bowden back the other way. Bowden will take this shot, blocker save Rebound on the backhand, swept to the corner by Semling. Semling tied up along the near boards there by Haley Gronke. Gronke able to get it free and get it out.
Yep. 1 on 3. She won the battle. That's a good attitude to have.
Bella Lindquist with speed down the left wing. Boone ties her up along the end boards as Swegan plays it out to Bernovic. Bernovic across Semling. Semling is shot, and that was right into the chest of Alyssa Pulaski, who stayed on her feet.
Yeah, Pulaski's a good goalie. She's very active, very coordinated. She moves well, knows her angles. She's on the top of the blue there.
Face-off win for Bernovic. Semling will play it across, and that spun Lindquist around. Bernovic can't quite stop the clear attempt. Stays away from Boone down the right wing. Will send it down and around as Swegan charges in, gains possession, back to Semling. Here comes Boone. Bernovic from the point. That didn't make it through. Sitting loose out front. Poke to the wall. Lindquist across. Semling one-timer, and that was butterflying. Knocked down out front by Maddie Mills, and she's maybe regretting that decision a little bit as she takes off the glove, shakes that hand, headed to the bench. Under 30 seconds left in the power play. Bernovic, long pass for a Swegan at the Woodbury Blue. Leaving it on the boards, Bowden will carry down low. Back to Semling. Shot, glove save, rebound loose. Bowden recovers. Bowden, top of the circle, back for Semling. Semling will take the shot. That was going wide, and Pulaski still got a stick on it. Semling. Final seconds, the power play is over. Lindquist plays it back to the point. Alford, her shot blocked into the corner. As Swegan recovers for the Blades. She is squeezed to the boards well by Jocelyn Hipsch. They play it down low. Bowden along the end line is bumped. Bricko ties up Lindquist in the corner. Bowden trying to poke it free. Digging at it is Sadie Roth as well for Woodbury. Coming out of there, all kinds of tie-up. No call, though. Lindquist trying to dance to the front of the net. She gets tied up, and another scrum ensues along the end boards. Good pressure coming in from Olivia Reed. Sent back to the far side. Jocelyn Hipsch cross ice. Alfin tried to step around in front of Miller and couldn't quite get there, and now we are...
Yeah, we had a nice collision in the corner. They just decided to let it go as that check, Roth got kind of bopped pretty good in the corner there, and she hit her head. But they've let them play most of the game. And it's been physical.
So was the whistle just for the injury?
I think it's to get her off the ice. Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, they touched the puck many times before that.
And they're going to face it off at center.
Okay. Make
sure that she's okay. Player safety is primary concern. After all, 5:19 to go in period number 2. Still a 1-0 game on the goal from Madison Boone. Woodbury. Slowed on entry. Bernovic will get there in front of Boone. Play it around to the far side. Avery Anderson can't get it out. Played in just wide. Boone recovers off the end boards. Boone trying to play it toward the front of the net. Turnaround shot went off the side of the cage for McKenna Mills. Maddie Mills, McKenna Miller. That's a lot of M's.
It's a lot of M's. You got to be careful. Got to keep an eye on Boone over here. She's all alone.
Shot didn't have a lot coming in on it, and Eckel had seen enough. She'll hold on for the faceoff.
Yeah, Blades again getting a lot of shots. Just not able to get anything by that goaltender.
Bernovic against Boone. Boone wins the draw. Shot didn't make it through. Blocked by Oswego at the top of the crease. Weaving her way out of the corner is Bernovic. Little go with Lindquist. She's got speed at the blue line. Bernovic gets in and scores! Sydney Bernovic weaving through traffic And she knots us at one with 4:25 to go in period number 2.
Yeah, she got the speed going that time, and she's able to weave through, get those two defenders kind of to not commit the way they needed to and not communicate, and she got that nice breakthrough there, and she's able to pop her 14th goal of the year in. Yeah, she's been good in this tournament. She's been just grinding away. Sometimes it's hard to get that first goal. You just got to keep working at it like she did there. A nice exit pass to get her moving, and good result.
14th goal, 28th points of the season,
Yeah.
both team highs.
Yeah, she's a top 50 scorer as well in the state, in the 40s.
We'll be playing Division I hockey at Assumption. Super excited for her to continue her career. It's been fun to watch over her high school years. Oswego, a good back check, got a stick in, disrupting things. Rocky tied up along the near boards. Caitlin Easton gives up size to nearly every player she plays against, and it does not deter her one bit.
No, she's a real grinder.
Pitson able to win the puck out of the battle, and some Woodbury fans calling for a whistle they will not get. Easton able to force it into the zone. It was tied up in her feet. Back the other way comes Bonnie Zhao. Zhao into the zone. Took one extra stick handle that forces it offside. And we'll have a face-off in neutral. 3:20 to go in period number 2 in a tie game.
If we only had a quarter for every time they make that move before the blue line, we'd have some money.
Well, and interesting to me as I was looking back at some of the previous results from this tournament, the River City's teams have been in a lot of shootouts.
Yeah.
In those years. So, like, they lost the consolation championship in 2022. Both of the losses in that tournament were in shootouts.
The shootouts, right. Shootouts are difficult. Nice
Alfred,
move.
little bit of room, little bit of speed, kicks it back to her stick, gets tripped up, no call. Circling with it, Lindquist. Lindquist runs into some trouble, gets it back to the point. Olivia Pitson got turned around as it was in her skates. And now it's going to come back out to center, and they'll have to regroup. That was a generous no ice.
It was. And there's
that
one.
Will not.
It can't be that generous.
If you don't call icing on that one, we might have to reread the rule book.
I think so.
But because Kelly was definitely 8 to 10 feet on her side of the red. But they still had players in the zone.
Long stick, was it?
Lack of effort, you can always claim, they could have tried harder.
Yeah, right.
Swept back into the corner. Bernovic had it poked away by Kuden.
Two bodies
tied up there. Lindquist digging for it. Bernovic body slam by Boone.
Yeah,
gives her a little shot back as she gets up. Oswego able to hold it, but Boone sweeps it right back out. Semling waits. Plays it between the defenders. Back to Kuden in her own zone. She gets it away from the pressure in front of Bernovic.
Oh, careful in the bumps, boy. The refs are letting it get a little out.
Opportunity and close, and that one over the net for McKenna Miller. Got free in the most dangerous spot on the ice. Back to the point. Kuden's shot is blocked. Semling gets it back. Semling trying to get going, but had to wait for the bobbling puck. Now she forces the action along the end line. She and Kuden both go down. Played up the near boards. Backhanded to the line, but held by Oswego. Poking it free is Miller. Miller stops up, waiting for help. Pokes free by Oswego. Oswego and Miller tie up. Boone sends it down and around. Gronke. They're waiting for it. She's tied up by Easton. Solomon there to help, and Boone is going to get called. And the River City Blades going back on the power play.
Well, it's been getting a little more physical, a little more physical, a little more physical, and eventually someone's going to go over the line, and that's what happens. You just kind of let them play. Players they're into the game, very competitive, and that's the one player as River City's like to see off the ice right now.
Yeah, it's going to be an elbow officially against Maddie Boone. But she's big, strong player, obviously very good on her skates, and she plays physical. It's similar to the way the Semling plays. Got underneath that one a little bit, golfed it up and over the net on the one-time attempt as Swegan wins it back to Lundqvist. Lindquist out to the point for Bernovic, across. Semling through the seam. Lindquist had to catch on her backhand. Turning shot by Lindquist, and
in the crease.
We're going to have player in the crease. Goaltender interference, something.
I think we got in the crease. Not too bad. Nice puck movement. We were able to get that pass through the seam there, and Semling just hammered that shot. That would have been on the net. That would have been very difficult for Pulaski to handle.
Tessa Bowden at her own blue line. Pass to an empty wing. Zhao clears it all the way back down. Semling looks over his shoulder before collecting it.
Oh, geez.
Wow, that is one that she tried to pass it. The pass was blocked. It went off the crocky and underneath the goalkeeper. And that is a tough way to give up a shorthanded goal and the lead late in the second period.
Well, it's just these little details. You got to always know where you're at on the ice. You got to know who's in front of you. You got to know your angles, and you just got to make sure you don't pass that puck when you got a player right on you through her. Got to go find. Shouldn't have much help either. Got to have some people back to help support. But yeah, big goal for Woodbury.
It's always a risky endeavor when you try and pass through your own slot.
Yep.
And that time Gronke was there. The pass was fired, so it no chance for Eckel to react. Shot by Bernovic, deflected up and out of play by Bonnie Zhao.
Oh, too bad. But game continues.
Face-off win for the Blades. Through traffic and a goal! Semling's shot hits something in the high slot. I don't know if it was a teammate or an opponent, but we're tied at 2 with 22.6 to go.
Well, there you go. That's a good way to get some redemption after that goal to help your goaltender out. She's played great. Both goaltenders have, and that was just, again, traffic, a little bounce, redirect, and those are hard for the goaltenders to save, and that one finally just got by Pulaski. She didn't really see that one dip down and get by her. It was a good tip. Right back at it.
Swegan pokes it away from Hipsch.
Yeah,
those two goals just 13 seconds apart. Oh, that's Swegan will get the goal.
So they give it for a tip.
Bernovic and Semling on the assists. That'll take us to the buzzer, and we will go to the third period, all tied up 2-2. After 2, you're watching CTN's live coverage of the 30th annual Kaposia Classic at Doug Woog Arena. And we are back at the Doug Woog Arena in South St. Paul, ready for period number 3, this first semifinal of the 30th annual Kaposia Classic. The River City's Blades. A late shorthanded goal to fall behind a late power play goal just 13 seconds later to even the score, and here we are.
Yep, here we are.
And again, this is a Woodbury team that has only given up 3 goals once all season long, and that was back on November 11th, just the second game of the season against another top 20 opponent in the Stillwater Ponies. Lindquist, a good hold at the blue line, sends it in deep. Zhao settles, gets it ahead, but Gronke turned right into a sweep. And here's Semling, top of the circles, shoots up and over the net. Lindquist battling, she gets taken out. Bouncing puck is covered by Pulaski before Brnovik can take it out.
Yeah, always right what Semling likes to do. She likes to get that puck on the top and wheel right to the middle, and had a great shot. Just not able to find the twine.
Well, she can definitely shoot the puck.
Yeah.
Boone able to win the draw for Woodbury. Played behind, stolen away by Lindquist. Tried to flip it out front, hit the back of the cage. Brnovik recovers the loose puck in the corner, out to the point. Solomon out of the reach of Brnovik. Lindquist down in the corner. Reverses, and Zhao will have room to take a look. Long pass ahead, hits the tape of McKenna Miller into the zone, able to sweep past Solomon, and good support there defensively from the captain, Kylie Oswego, to poke it free. Held at the line by Gronke. Miller trying to center, that didn't get through. Lindquist shovels it ahead, looking for Semling in center, but it was out of her reach. Maddie Miller plays it back off the near boards. Jocelyn Hipsch moves it along. Cross ice pass. Boone trying to get a Swegan. Forced deep into the corner. Centering pass is stopped up by Easton. Turning with it. Comes across to Hipsch. Her shot well wide. Played back to the slot. A turning shot and a goal for Boone on her knees. Her second of the game. And that was just a bang, bang play. May have hit traffic out front. It deflected up and over the shoulder of Eckel. Boone has her second of the game. I believe 5th of the tournament. And again, a 3-2 lead for Woodbury.
Yeah. Well, she's a goal scorer. She's got the mentality of shoot first. Even on her knees, she spun and was able to whip that puck on the net. And there's traffic there. And unfortunately, Eckel not able to see it.
Royals able to play it in deep. Alphen up the boards for Bowden. It got away from her. Kept at the blue line. Long shot in by Maddie Mills. Held.
Blades have to get back to what they're doing. They have to turn up the intensity because Woodbury is here to win. They're not sitting back.
Alexa Bricko and Jocelyn Hipsch get the assists. Woodbury, their 3rd lead of the game. Played across. Pitson had to collect from behind her skates. Couldn't quite handle it. Played to the line. Held there by Alphen. Turned right back. And Alphen had it poked off her stick. Pitson has to carry out to center. Dumps it back in. Heads to the bench for a line change. Number 1 unit rolling back out for the Blades. Brnovik getting a stick on that pass attempt and then doing it again. Finally gets through to Caitlin Roth. She shovels it to the River City's end. Brnovik gets it to Semling around the corner. Her shot is blocked, and they all go sliding and crashing in to the net as Maria Klebacek tied up with June Semling, and both slid into Alyssa Pulaski.
Yeah, definitely very physical when you get down there today. And Woodbury tries to get a line match up here and changes lines, and we know who is probably out there. Boone.
Face-off move to center. They ruled that Semling was the instigator of the contact that knocked the net off. Boone with an intercept. Skates back in on the attack top of the right wing circle. Playing it across. That one was deflected and hit McKenna Miller in the shin pads. This one played through, deflected wide by Solomon. Battle continues behind. Gronke plays it out to the point. Adamson sends it across. Zal's shot. Pad save, and collecting off the boards is Bernovic. Into the zone, had it chopped off her stick. Lindquist recovers, plays it out front. Zhao able to block it into the corner. Royals able to recover, play it high off the glass, all the way out, all the way down. And this will have just enough to get down for icing.
Just enough. All right, well, Blades have to try to find some more pressure here with the Easton unit out.
Got to say, we haven't seen the girls in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Freshman Lexi Solomon getting more minutes on the blue line and playing more confidently than I think last time we watched them play. Has looked solid here today. Anna Pitsit trying to work the puck back out front. Far side, Bowden tying up with Briella Hipsch. Blades able to tag up. Pitson unable to intercept that pass. Got through to Bricko. Pitson nearly poked it free then from Hipsch and got in, but Hipsch able to recover just inside her own blue line. Tie up along the end boards. Callie Alphen will come away with it. Pass behind Bowden, had to stop up, got it ahead for Easton. She had trouble handling it. And here's Gronke going back the other way. Too much on it, out of the reach of Miller. Johnson able to get there first for the Blades. Off the boards, cut off there by Gronke. Alphen out of her own corner, stops up, cross ice, spins Avery Anderson around, just got a piece of it. Boone sends it back to Kuden. Good step up by Solomon, but Gronke able to disrupt and get that puck through. No matter the step up. Eswegan gets it to Anderson. Her pass taken away. And Eswegan blocks the shot attempt there by Miller. And the defenders played a little catch. And just a little bit too much mustard on that one from Isabella Kuden.
Yeah.
And it is icing a faceoff in the Royals' end. 12-12 on the clock here in period number 3. The winner will move on to the championship round on Friday at 5 o'clock. They'll face the winner of East Ridge and South St. Paul.
Yeah, 12 minutes left. Blades have to see if they can get that equalizer here.
Solomon put a little too much on it, looking for Semling. Top of the circles. Semling's pass back, deflected all the way down by Gronke. Gronke has been really everywhere for Woodbury tonight.
Oh.
And an ill-advised pass stolen away, and then the shot blocked, and a great effort by Bernovic to break things up. That shot got through, and it is held by Eckel, and Boone was right there looking.
Yeah.
The Blades made sure she
Swegan
stopped
was
in her
right
pursuit.
there with her.
Alphen playing this one around. Kept in at the line by Hipsch. Gronke pinched there by Olivia Pitson. Hipsch trying to play it out front, intercepted by Lindquist. She's pressured by McKenna Miller, spins away from her in the corner. Off the boards, Bernovic got turned around, recollects at center, tracked by Boone. Trying to leave it off by Semling. That was broken up, sent back out to center. Pitson can't get it in deep, and that is dangerous to being offside, but everybody gets back on time. And Lindquist doing a nice job of just disrupting.
She's been a pest all day. The stick.
And very much like Caitlin Easton, she's going to be one of the smaller players in just about any scrum, but that does not dissuade her from getting involved, being hard on the forecheck, and just being a pest for the other teams trying to break out. Here she comes again.
She's just a good skater.
Allows the other 2/3 of her line to get a line change while she holds the zone single-handedly. This one finally broken out. It was behind Briella Hipsch. Alphen circle in front of her own net. hacked at a little bit by Hipsch. Solomon got it back to her with speed. Ooh. Shoots it just over the net. Anna Pitson trying to play it back in deep. That was blocked. Easton intercepts, gets it to Bowden. Looking for Pitson back door, and it was just out of her reach. Played behind over the reach of Bowden. Back in behind by Solomon. Swept out by Briella Hipsch. That'll be icing and another faceoff in the Woodbury end. And the Royals have definitely felt the pressure because a lot of good zone time from River Cities, just unable to make it pay off.
Yeah, just not able to get those shots they want. Good sticks on sticks, sticks on pucks, just kind of very tenacious down there. That's why they hold opponents down under 2-3 goals. They're very good defensively.
Yeah, come in averaging less than a goal a game against.
Ooh, that could have been a slew foot there.
No call as Easton comes up with it, tried to center, that was broken up. Solomon, her shot blocked, continues to pursue out to the line. Anna Pitson backhands it back into the corner. Adamson sends it around, and that's going to get you.
Nothing.
No? Wow. Brnovic cuts across the top of the circles, takes the shot, and misses up over the net. Oswegan lost her stick, and slow back to the bench is Caitlin Roth, who really got buried by Oswegan. I don't really understand how there was no call there.
Yeah, Oswegan's been taking a lot of risks today. She's eventually going to get a penalty if she keeps that up. But maybe not. The refs have just let them go.
Semling takes a hit, gets spun around as she got it out to center, and she's hobbling back to the bench.
Yeah, that was again just a physical, body check. But refs are letting them do it. That's what's going to happen.
Lindquist got it out, but not past Hipsch, who plays it down and around. First one there is McKenna Miller. She plays it in behind. Caitlin Easton sidesteps.
Nice.
Gets some speed. Pass out of the reach of Tessa Bowden. And then play back out to center by Maddie Mills. Alfin at her own blue line. Gets turned up ice. Alfin shoots high and glove saved by Pulaski. Face off in the Woodbury end. 8:11 to go. The Royals with a 3-2 lead on the spinning goal by Boone. 1:28 into this third period. Her second of the contest. Face-off win for the Blades. Alfred will play it back down and around. Easton recovers behind the net, trying to stop this rolling puck. Scooped up by Klebacek. She couldn't get it out. Circling is Bowden. Tried to play it across. That's deflected out to center. Olivia Pitson pressured from behind. Can't get it deep. Swept back out by Hipsch. Poked along by Jocelyn Hipsch. And here's Alfin back the other way. Alfin cutting across. Alfin tried to play it through the blue paint, and it hit the side of the net. Turnaround shot deflected up and over. And this time it is going to get called, and it's going to be Anna Pitson for the contact.
Okay.
And it's all a matter of where you draw the line and when you decide to make the call. It makes it more difficult from the player's perspective, knowing what they can and can't do.
Yep,
this is going to be called a rough against Anna Pitson.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's always my beef. You're gonna let them play, then you got to just let them keep playing. But otherwise, start calling the stuff on both teams. Settle it down early in the game, not at the end. There's a trip, but play on.
Brnovic able to get it out to center despite being tripped. Lost her stick in the process. Here comes McKenna Miller down the left wing. Shoots up and over the cage, and that is going to go all the way back down to the Woodbury end.
Yeah, and the problem with this is it cuts 2 more minutes off the clock and gets you down around 5 when you need a goal. Just got to make sure they don't get one on the power play, and that's how you do it. Keep the puck away from that girl right there.
Great pressure from Lindquist. A steal for Brnovic. Dangling! And can't get the shot off as she tried to get back to the forehand.
Yeah, it's too bad.
She absolutely undressed 2 Royals defenders. And then she beat Pulaski as well. Just could not get back to that forehand. That pass out of the reach of Gronke, and it's sent all the way back down by Solomon. Halfway through this power play for Woodbury, and they haven't really had a sniff of the offensive end, and that one played off the boards all the way down. And icing waved off as Oswego gets there in front of the forecheck from Bricko. And you've got to talk to her. You've got to let her know that you have bodies there, and she is single forecheck against 3 players. There was an opportunity to get that puck 200 feet away. And that's not on Oswego so much as her defensive partner, in this case, Olivia Pitson, has to tell her, let's move it. We've got bodies.
Yeah, she could have wheeled. She was on her forehand to take 2 strides, come around the net, and zip it down the middle.
Played out to the line, long shot in, and able to see it all the way. And how do you not call that? That was clearly a punch.
Yeah.
If a punch is thrown, that
right.
Retaliation or not, whether you didn't call the initial, but that was a punch. That was There's no way to cover it up. It was an obvious punch, and that should get you a penalty, regardless of the penalty game situation. None of that should matter. A punch is a punch is a punch.
Yeah, it is.
And it should always be a penalty.
Always a penalty.
The extra hard body contacts, those are a little bit more of a gray area. Yeah. Because it is a physical game.
Right. And I guess the penalty's over, and then it's icing. Okay, they killed it off. That's good.
I thought Bernovic had touched it at the blue line, not the way the guys in stripes saw it. So icing will bring it back to the River City's end. 5:24 to go. Woodbury with a 3-2 lead.
Oh, that was a
one-timer. Good stick by Olivia Pitson. Got in there, deflected Miller's shot up and over the cage. Royals have not been able to really maintain offensive zone possession much in this contest at all.
No, but they've made the most of their opportunities. And here we go. Good hustle, Alfred.
Still, they get it ahead to Gronke into the zone.
Oh.
McKenna Miller, I don't know if she got tripped up or just caught an edge.
She caught an edge.
She tried to transition forward to back in close and accept that puck all at the same time. Either way, no additional calls made. Gronke cherry picking a little bit here in the third period. Got through, got his shot.
And there's a slash right in front of the referee and let it go.
And he's even talking to him. Hey, don't do that. That's not nice. It was a two-handed slash. I mean, again, it's a little late at this point to start calling too much, but a lot of stick work.
Yeah,
and,
you got to call the stuff that's going to get people hurt.
When you're seeing two-handed slashes, punches, and it goes both ways.
Yeah, it does.
But a tight contest. Refs don't want to be a factor as we approach the final 4 minutes of regulation. More bodies.
Yeah, I'll tell you what,
Woodbury
has done a great job blocking shots. I don't know how many they've blocked.
A lot. Tessa Bowden on her backhand out front, a chance. Puck still loose in the crease. Pulaski can't get on it. A penalty coming. A goal! We're tied 3-3 with 3:41 to play.
Yeah, that was quite the pile-up and a lot of jamming going on. And looks like Easton's coming out of the pile with the attitude that she got the goal. Well, good for her. She's played a good game. She's been real aggressive. She's been on the puck all day. And
third goal of the season for Caitlin Easton, and it draws us even 3-3 with 3:41 to go. There was a penalty pending against Woodbury for the contact in the crease, and Coach Wandel wants to know how in the world that wasn't frozen or at least touched or controlled by any of his players in there. And the ref, to his credit, was right on top of it.
Yeah, right there.
He was in great position, and I initially also thought it was frozen momentarily by Pulaski, but then realized it was, in fact, about a foot outside of where her glove went down.
Yeah.
So it was indeed loose.
It's too bad we're not at our home rink with that overhead cam. We'd get a real good shot of that, but
And again, this is just the second time now all season that these Royals have allowed 3 goals in a game.
Right. Well, at this point, the referee just got to say, okay, that's my call. I made it. That's what I saw, and get the game moving.
Game in.
What, are they going to change their mind?
13-game win streak.
Why are the Blades heading back down to the zone?
It's a good question.
You can't change your mind after you've already called it a goal. That'll send the coaching staff into a real tizzy.
Well, and it's the Blades power play unit that is on the ice. And I don't think Coach Waldo would be delaying things.
Are they going to say that they touched the puck before the goal and therefore?
Well, and I don't know that Coach Waldo
that'd be their out,
would still be arguing it if that was the decision they had come to.
Yeah.
He would be like, yes, please, that's the way it should be. Please drop the puck. We'll take the shorthanded.
Yeah. Okay.
Much rather kill the penalty than give up the lead.
Right. Okay, what do you got? Very interesting. Somebody's heading to the penalty box eventually. No,
I saw him indicate 2 minutes. Well, now they're coming back out to center.
Good. That's where you want to be. You want the goal.
If you're River Cities, absolutely. Looks like they still have a penalty or a power play unit on the ice.
And they're
so
going
are
to get
they
the penalty
getting
too.
both?
Yeah. Goes somebody in the box, number 10. So in the box goes Hibsch.
I would, if I'm Coach Waldo, I would want a thorough explanation if the decision is they scored and we still get the penalty, unless they play college rules.
Yeah, right. Well, again, we left our rule book at home. We'll have to look that one up. Well, whatever, it's a big break for the Blades. My goodness, they tie the game and they get a power play with 3:41 left. So they may be able to steal something here.
Bricko in the box for 2 minutes. We're even. And we are going down to the wire. 3-3, a power play. Brnovic sets up right side. Fakes the drop back, plays it around instead. Semling unable to freeze it up. It's played all the way down. And Eckel will leave it there for Lindquist.
Number 20, Alexa Bricko. 2 minutes for a cross-check.
So cross-check is the call against Bricko. I would say, if it's an infraction that occurred after the goal had been scored, then it is understandable that you would get both.
Okay.
I don't know that that's the case.
Yeah, well, we don't have a replay to double check that, so.
Or someone, down in the penalty box to overhear the ref's explanation.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that really know.
They're the ones that know.
Face-off win, a shot, and that was up over the top for Lindquist.
Good opportunity.
Bowden circles off the board, stays away from Boone, out to Brnovic. Brnovic walking in, across Semling, didn't get a lot on it. Bouncing rebound.
Oh, look at that.
Loose.
Just came in there to just take a player out that time.
Hey, if you can just run in and run someone over.
Wow. Oh, there it was. Oh.
That shot blocked and ended up on the far side. Gronke can't get much on it, can't clear.
Communicate.
Blades tripping over one another. Semling, top of the circles, plays it across. Lindquist can't handle.
There you go. Settle down.
Lindquist shot is blocked. And Gronke overskates it. Lindquist trying to protect it from Boone. 30 seconds to go. And then just gave it back to Boone. Yep. She says, let's send it all the way down.
I got some tired people out there. It's been a very physical and competitive game.
2 minutes to go in the third period. We're tied at 3. Kaposia Classic semifinal. This one sent right in by Semling, covered up by Pulaski.
Well, you have a timeout.
12 seconds to go on the power play.
Timeout. Would you use it to rest your top horses? I guess not. If I had maybe 30 seconds, you might.
Well, if no one scores in the next 152, we will go to a 5-on-5 overtime period for 8 minutes.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure
And
there's
there
a timeout.
is the timeout.
And you got to make sure you tell your defenders there's only 12 seconds and there's someone coming out of the box. Don't forget about her.
Yeah, she's been dangerous all night, Alexa Bricko.
Yeah. Yep.
But you've seen it from Woodbury here in the third period, a little more effort at putting high wingers.
Yeah.
Springing the zone early, trying to stretch the defense.
Yeah, because the forecheck's been
Blades from being able to pinch and hold the blue line.
Yeah, because Blades are very effective at that. When they get their forecheck going, they're pinching and they're rotating. It's tough to get the puck out. But yeah, when you spring somebody, that maybe opens up one side of the ice for you. But that's the old cat and mouse game. It's like if you're really good at what you do, you're not going to get it out regardless, right? And you put one less player in the zone, well, then you get basically a power play.
Well, and they have some team speed. Obviously, they have some girls that can put the puck in the net.
Yeah, well, it's a good hockey team.
River Cities has a little more potent offense, but very. I mean, the difference of 3.2 to 3.45 goals per game.
And and the thing about River Cities, you look at their schedule. You play Hill Murray and Minnetonka and Centennial twice. Well, that makes a difference.
Well, yeah, and they've played Woodbury's played some good teams too. They played East Ridge. They played Stillwater twice. But yeah, it's they've obviously taken care of all takers. Little lackadaisical on the transfer at the blue line, and here's Boone with a steal.
Don't let her shoot. Oh, my.
Dangling through. Shut down by Eckelin close. Oswego. Cross to Lindquist. Lindquist with speed into the zone. Crosses top of the circle. She'll take the shot. Misses into the near corner. Jammed at, poked at by Oswego. Comes free to Bricko.
Careful.
Laid out to center. Here's Boone. And, yeah, she's laboring. You can tell she's played a lot of minutes tonight. And a big hit at the blue line. Bernovic is slow to get up as we are under a minute remaining in this third period.
This has been one physical hockey game.
Yeah, and this is an unusual situation in high school hockey. About the only time you ever play back-to-back games is in a holiday tournament or the state tournament.
Exactly.
So you just don't get the opportunity.
Oh, there's a check.
That should be 5.
That's 5 minutes right there.
Really.
Yeah, that's just
that's
out of control.
That's as blatant as you possibly can get.
Well, and the referees have just let this game get out of hand. That's what you're going to get. Now you're going to get kids hurt.
I don't think they'll give her 5, but boy, that if
there's a result, she's not even hardly moving.
It wasn't really from behind, but
that was boarding.
It was heavy with
and then the trainer just wiped out.
Yeah, and they did call her for boarding. They are discussing the matter, and this is not Gronke's first penalty of the afternoon either. She had the short-handed goal. Maybe she has not been penalized, but
on the season she only has 2 penalty minutes. So
she's going to at least double that here.
Yeah, she'll double that.
And concern obviously for the injured player, and that was right after we saw Bernovic take some heavy contact and go to the bench.
Too.
Yeah,
she's been kind of in the thorn in the Woodbury side. So somebody said, "Okay, we're gonna go after her once."
Well, and that's another thing. It's one of the biggest players in a River Cities jersey that took the biggest contact I think we've seen. I did not see it. I think they did rule at 5, and will they also does that then also? It is a 5-minute major.
Yep, and that's worthy of a 5. That's a dangerous hit into the boards.
Does it also carry with it an automatic misconduct as so many 5-minute majors do?
Well, the player is in the box, so.
One-timer, save, rebound still loose, poked free. Lindquist gets it back. Up top, Bernovic breaks her stick. She'll head to the bench. Bad time for the equipment malfunction. She gets it back. Fresh twig. Skates down the right boards. Her shot blocked out front. Still loose. Semling gets it to Lindquist. Lindquist turns away from Boone. Sets up on the boards, and that's the final second. So we're going to go to overtime.
Yep.
And it's going to be a 5-on-4 power play for the first half of the overtime period.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know what? Really highly competitive game. It's worthy of a semifinal. Two good teams, and they are definitely going after each other. But you got to cash in on the power play. It's a lot of time, so goaltending is going to be big for Woodbury, and Pulaski's going to have to stand tall.
Well, they will play an 8-minute overtime period. If still no winner, they will go to shootout. We will take a break and be back with the overtime right after this. You're watching the Kaposia Classic on CTN. Back at Doug Woog Arena, winner take all in the overtime, and a shorthanded opportunity right away for McKenna Miller. She gets it back behind the net. Royals not backing down despite being down a player. 5-minute major called late in the period, just 32 seconds left in regulation when Gronke was called for the major for boarding. Berdovic circles back, and now we'll move it ahead and out of the reach of Easton, and it's going to be sent right back out by Madison Boone. Bowden leaves it for Lindquist. That is deflected up and out of play. Face off to the right of Alyssa Pulaski.
Yeah, so far Woodbury doing exactly what they want. Just deny passes, don't let them enter the zone and set up.
Woodbury had not given up a power play goal until yesterday's game.
Well,
they have given up one here today. They have not given up 4 goals in a game yet this season. Can the Blades find a way to change both of those statistics and end their 13-game win streak, which is quite impressive to say the least? for the Royals. Coming into this contest, having given up less than a goal per game. And
right now, one
what
player.
A great job is that. I think that's Zhao over there tying it up 1v3. It's finally dug free and played out to the point. Bernovic across. Semling, a one-timer, misses wide.
Didn't even move the goaltender.
Lindquist back out to Bernovic. Back to Lindquist.
Walk,
at the hash marks, looking. Will take the short angle shot, and it's an easy save and hold for Pulaski. Face off to her left.
Yeah, I'd like to see Lindquist. She's doing a great job. But when those players give you 15 feet of ice, walk to that net, force them to move so you open up a pass. It's wide open for you to get something to happen. So, yeah, on the draw. Nice play.
Well, the room disappears so fast at this level, and a lot of times when you get your head up and you look, you don't even realize how much room you have, and then you expect it to disappear quickly, and you get that first move. Here's Lindquist dangling in. A good stick by Zhao. Failed clear attempt.
Easton was at the back door.
Battling with Mills behind. Lindquist pokes it to Bowden. The shot right into the chest by June Semling.
Yeah.
2:32 to go.
Well,
on the power play.
The Woodbury's doing what they need to. Again, that's a decent shot there, but the goaltender just is right up where she needs to be on that one. So Pulaski was good.
Semling across.
There you go.
Lindquist finds some rooms, takes a shot. Puck is loose.
Yeah.
Net came off.
That's the attitude, though.
Pulaski was in good position. I don't know that they would have gotten that by her. She was tracking it pretty well, but pucks and bodies to the net.
Hope for a rebound. Hope it hits her and gets off her somehow.
Dirty ones count.
Yeah, 31 would be just fine for her right now because Pulaski played a strong game, and that's 32 shots on her.
Face-off win, back to the point. Semling sends it into the corner. Bowden waits, back for Lindquist. Top of the circles across. Semling, a one-timer, stick save, up and out of play.
Yeah, it was probably going to go wide, but again, Pulaski's sharp. Boy, she saw that all the way. She knows who the shooter is. 2:10, winding it down.
Another face-off win, sent down and around by Semling. Lindquist at the hash marks. Down low for Bowden. Takes a look. Trying to go through the seam. That was deflected up and out to center. Bernovic trying to blow past Boone. Leaves it there. Walking in. Alphin. And another blocker save.
Oh, that's the breaker. Oof,
nearly got it to Boone behind the defense. Easton can't jam it back in. Bernovic gets it to Lindquist ahead. Easton into the zone. Easton trying to weave back to her forehand. Find a little room to shoot. She's going to be squeezed in the corner. Stays with it. Bowden down there digging as well. Lindquist comes up with it. Out to the point for Alphin. Alphin walks in. Her shot didn't get through. Got it right back. Lindquist up top. She'll take a shot. That's blocked by Boone. Back out to center.
Geez, 1:04 left. Heck of a penalty kill.
Down to the final minute of this 5-minute major. And that pass doesn't click.
Yeah.
It's icing, a face-off back in the River City's end. 4:26 left in the overtime period. 53 seconds left in the power play.
Yeah, well, had some good zone time, but just not able to get that right shot they wanted. A couple nice saves by the goaltender. Pulaski's been strong.
Face-off win for Pitson. It helps that Briella Hipsch broke her stick on the draw. Alfred all the way down to the corner, played it out front. Pitson was all tied up. The shot by Solomon turned away. Solomon recovers out to the point. Pitson gives it back to her. Solomon stops with her skate, takes a look. That shot blocked. Pitson recovers. Pitson to Solomon. 20 seconds left on the power play as we get off the boards. Looking for a tip out front.
11
Very
seconds.
often that you see three defenders on the ice on a power play.
Yeah. Well, Woodbury's going to do it. They're going to kill off a 5 minute. That is huge.
4.5 into the
Momentum.
overtime. And here's an opportunity for McKellen Miller. Miller
Scores.
Top shelf from a short angle. After the penalty kill, they get one chance and they make it pay.
Well, that's just the way it works sometimes. If you don't capitalize on a 5 minute advantage, bad things happen. And Woodbury, give them credit. They did a nice penalty kill and came down the side and had a heck of a snipe there to pick that corner, because all game long we've had good goaltending, and it's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yep, and she had help with her. Actually, it was Gronke who had just finished serving the 5 minute major, who was occupying the slot and forcing a defender to pay attention. And that left enough room for Miller, and what a shot. Top shelf from nearly all the way over at the boards, short angle, but she found the webbing, and the Royals keep their long win streak intact and advance to the championship of the 30th annual Kaposia Classic.
Yep, well, they earned it. It was a tough game, as we thought it would be, and they just were able to weather the storm. The big thing was killing that 5 minute penalty, and they got it done and popped her in.
And a good contest for the Blades, but unfortunately they come up a goal short, as they have against so many of the top 10 ranked teams that they have faced this season. And that is the battle. Just continue to be playing right with the best in the state, and they have done. They can prove they can do so.
Yeah, well, they just have to keep getting better every game, learn from it, keep working on that power play, try to find a way to get a goal when you have to, and then just go from there.
And they will hope to bounce back and finish with a third place medal for the Kaposia Classic, but that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score: Woodbury 4, River Cities 3. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Jerry Grant, I'm Joe Young saying good night.
Need you for a picture. Thank you, ladies.